Megan, oh wonderful. A round of applause for Megan, please. And we've got Joe, hello. Excellent, thank you so much for sharing your film with us, and all of you for coming down tonight as well to Kino Film. Wow, really powerful film. That baby was really cute. I would steal that baby. Really gorgeous. Yeah. Absolutely fantastic. Where did that story come from?
Well, it all started on a piece of media thing called Green Swords, where they got 5 directors, 5 producers, and 5 writers, and put them all in a melting pot. Network, to be honest. There were like certain stories that the writers brought into the table, and then we network and choose our partners and make a film. Yeah.
That's when they were still around. I'm not sure if Vision and Media are.
No, they were cut.
Yes. Boo! Boo! Government boo!
It was the Northwest Regional Agency, which now is Creative. I think.
Yeah, that's right. Cool. Okay. Wow. And I noticed that you use DNA performance resource. That's an acting. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Okay, so over to you.
What do you want to know?
I would like to know where all the cast came from, how this came about.
Well, actually, we auditioned for Megan's role. I suggested Megan to Guille early on, but we were adamant that we were, the whole film hung on this character. So we did quite an extensive audition process, really. Yeah. And there was lots of really, really good kids. I don't know how many we saw, about 100 and something just in the local area.
I think the problem was that we were looking for a very particular age. Which was like, Megan, how old were you?
13.
Yeah, so he had to be on that, edge of being a teenager but still being a kid, because otherwise. So we saw loads of girls of like 16, 17 that didn't quite look right. So that age is quite hard to find, like good actors.
Yeah. Megan, fantastic performance. Absolutely wonderful. Can we have another round of applause? Because that was just amazing. Sorry to put you on the spot. Absolutely fantastic. It's the way that the role's been written is so mature, there's so much you had to think about. What for you really made you feel that you were that character?
I don't really know.
That's okay, you don't have to. It might be a terrible question.
I don't know.
Okay, cool. Was there anything about the character that really appealed to you? Is there anything that you felt I could relate to that, or?
Yeah, I liked the character in general, like the fact that it was a neglected child, and the character was that she lived with a nana, but nana didn't really care about her or anything, and she used the baby who she kidnapped, and the reason why she wanted to be pregnant was because she was neglected and she wanted to be loved, and she didn't really have that love, and I really like that character.
Cool. Okay, because it's quite a complex storyline as well. It's incredibly complex.
I think it's fair to say as well that she's being a bit modest.
Yeah, massively.
She's a very instinctual actress, and everything that she basically said there, she figured out on the first read of the script. When we brought her into audition. So,
Wow.
It was quite hard to explain, the role and stuff, especially to a 1-year-old. It was really hard. Took me weeks. It was quite funny with the baby because, I remember
it was terrifying with the baby, is what it was.
It was like, I'm going to make a film with a baby. Are you serious about this? And it was just, yeah. And we thought it was going to be a nightmare because the baby was going to be crying all the time and stuff. It was completely opposite. It just wouldn't cry. Or anything. It was just like happy all the time. So there's that particular scene where she had to cry. It's just like, baby, cry, please. And she wouldn't cry. So, and he was like, there's no cry, no film. He was like, what do we do? And then the mother was there all the time, and obviously, I couldn't make it cry. cry about it. I felt a bit bad about it. So we said, right, okay, well then at least, let's put a bit of water or something, under the eye. Then as soon as the makeup artist put, the pencil and stuff, she went mental. It was like, action, do it. So yeah, that was problematic.
Brilliant, thank you. Any questions? Yeah.
Well, I've been with my acting classes for about 5 years now, and I was with one short film before I did Bump, and I'm working on one now. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anything?
How long ago was it made? It was Kano O'Hara.
Yeah, it was Guille
Will
Ibanet.
Master.
Yeah,
Will
Will Master, yeah. It was shot in 2011, I believe. It took ages. Because we had a massive trouble with sound. Half the sound went, so we have to recreate it in post-production. So it was finished last year, basically.
So have you had a festival run?
Yeah, we've been to Encounters and we've been to a few festivals, yeah.
How long did it take to film it?
So 5 days.
Yeah, first day.
Yeah.
It was very, very intense.
It
Especially on that, the bus station, blimey. It was a Sunday, we had like 2 hours with like 20 extras in a bus and all the parents of all the kids and the babies and the other kid as well. Because basically the baby and the brother and the mother came as a package. They came all together, they were family. I think the role was written for them anyway.
It was actually, yeah. The actual original script was written for Yusara, who was the mother, and Azaria, the baby. And then when Will, who was at Vision and Media, he's no longer in existence now, he got in touch with me and said, look, I'm going to do this thing and have a look at some of the scripts and see if there's anything in there that you'd like to do. I looked through them, and there were lots of good scripts, but I felt that one just had heart in it already. It was already in there on the pages. And looking at what resources they had, it just seemed like the biggest challenge. Initially, I think everyone turned that script down in the scheme. Everyone, because if you think about it, you're dealing with a 1-year-old child, licensing hours.
It's such an unusual idea. It's such a nice film to see, done like this.
Yeah, but depending on the budget as well, I mean, they give you a bit of budget, but the whole thing was like less than $3 grand. And when you start taking into account, the bus station, and obviously you can't keep, the kids, working for 12 hours. I don't know, it was just hard.
Have you worked with Hannah Salt again, or do you want to? Or?
Oh, Hannah's brilliant.
Yeah.
I keep asking her what she's up to and what she's doing, and she is still, she gets some bits and pieces.
She could go far as well.
Yeah, again, she's down south at the minute, but I think she has a few other script projects that she's developing and trying to get off the ground.
You mentioned the budget, but there are quite a lot of locations in there, and working with Vision Media, did you get permission for each of those locations? Or did you
Yes. Specifically, it was tricky because the temptation is, as much as you can, to try and wing and get as much as you can done on the fly. But when you're dealing with a 1-year-old child, it's kind of really rigid licensing hours and the ethical sort of aspect to working with a child that young as well. You really have to make sure everything was sort of sorted and agreed and locked off.
One of the reasons I say is that I shot a film and used the same location that you used for school.
Yeah.
You didn't get permission. Was it St Wilfrid's?
Yes.
Yeah. Did we have permission for that?
We did, yeah. Permission for everything. But to be fair, we were only allowed to film, specifically at the, it was like between 9 and 10 in the morning, and it was really odd actually, within sort of like 2 meters within the gate, it was quite prescriptive, but permissions for mission.
Good to know, because I'm doing sequel.
Maybe you'll get inside the school.
Yeah.
Are you working on anything now?
Yeah, we're planning a new short film, which is quite different from this. We tried to do a bit of crowdfunding. We're going to do a trailer and a few other bits and bobs. It's quite a well-known writer. So yeah, we're working towards that now. But I've had babies myself, so it's a bit of a break.
And I'm actually doing a film with Megan. The short film that I wrote, and we're sort of in the middle of shooting, but we're sort of snatching that where we can. And I'm developing a feature with another writer as well, which is it's getting there.
Right, okay. Thank you. Is there anything else? Is there any?
What's the collaboration with Shane Meadows?
Yeah, we were quite lucky because we didn't have much budget, and the DOP, Steve, is a good old friend of mine, and he's a camera system and focus puller, so he works with big BBC dramas and stuff. So at the time, he just had finished what was it? This is England, the 86, one of the series. So he knows Shane Meadows. So Shane Meadows, just before that, was given a Sony camera to test and as a present, with a few lenses and stuff, just to, as a marketing for Shane Meadows to say, oh yeah, this camera is brilliant. So so they needed to test it, and Steve said, look, I've got a film, I can test it. And it was, yes! And it was a fantastic camera as well, so thank you, and then we sent him the film, and he liked it and stuff, so yeah, it was great.
Wonderful. If there isn't anything else. Okay, lovely. Thank you very, very much indeed.